We're gonna make soft pretzels, and for this what you're going to do is put half a cup of hot water, roughly 105 degrees Fahrenheit, in a bowl, and then you're gonna put 2 packets of active dry yeast in there. If you're using the jar like I do, that is roughly 4.5 teaspoons of dry active yeast. You're gonna mix those 2 ingredients together, and then you're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes until the yeast in the water have become kind of foamy and frothy. To your yeast, you wanna add in 2 cups of warm milk. Then you're gonna add in half a cup of sugar. What the batter will look like, you're looking for a lot of bubbles. You're going to cover this with plastic wrap and let it rise for 30 minutes. So this should double in size. Don't worry that it looks like cake batter and not dough. That's what you want right now. Alright, so you can see that that doubled in size quite a bit. That's why you need a very, very large bowl. You do not want to use one that this is going to overflow in, because you can see mine pretty much came to the top. And we got to add more stuff to this, so you're going to need a very, very, very big bowl. I'm just going to use the bowl that I had before, that I was using the milk in. And what you're going to do in here is put 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder into this and mix it together. And then you're going to pour that into here. And I think I'm probably going to have to get a bigger bowl. Now I switched to a bigger bowl. This was the bowl I thought I grabbed, but apparently not, because you can see that other one over there. It is not exactly the same size. So what you're going to want to do is take your 1 cup of flour, your 2 teaspoons of salt, and your 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and put that in your yeast mixture, and then mix together. Once you have that mixed in, what you're going to do, 1/4 cup of flour at a time and mix. And what you're looking for is a dough ball to form. You want all the dough to pull off the sides and just a dough ball to form. So add 1/4 cup at a time, mix, and just keep going until you finally get a dough ball. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. You have a nice ball of dough here. It's nice and smoothed out. What I did, I just kept kneading it, adding flour, stirring, and then once I started to see a dough ball form, I added more flour and just kneaded it until it was nice and smooth. So now I have this, my flour's all mixed in, and it's something I can work with. Leave this in the big large bowl again. This is why I just did everything in a big large bowl. You're gonna make less mess. Next, what you're gonna do is put some oil in here. I'm gonna just use olive oil. You can use whatever you want. Just put some oil on the bowl, coat both sides of your dough here, and then we're gonna let it rise again for another 30 minutes. All right, once you have it coated with oil, you're gonna get a towel and you're gonna wet it. You basically just wanna cover with a damp towel. I just use one of my kitchen towels and put it in a draft-free place. I just use my oven, and you're gonna let that sit for 30 minutes. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. My dough doubled inside. What I'm gonna do is oil up my surface, flop this out, and then I'm gonna divide this into 48 pieces. All right, so once you have this divided into 48 pieces, you're gonna roll them out to roughly about 12 inches. And then you can do whatever shape you want with these. You can braid them. Some people will take 3 pieces, braid them. Some people just swirl them like a snake. Other people figure 8. I mean, use your imagination. You could do whatever you want with these. You could do a braided circle. Really is up to you. Go for it. Have fun with it. I'm not that skilled, so I can't do the typical pretzel shape. So I'm not even going to attempt that. But what you're going to do is bring a pot of water to a boil. You're going to want about 2 quarts of water. And to that, you're going to add in 3 tablespoons of baking soda. While that's getting to a boil, you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your twisted knot or whatever you created and put it in the water and count 10 seconds and then pull it out, one at a time. So keep track of that. And the boiling process, and you're about to pop them in the oven. You can season with whatever you want. I'm just going to do coarse sea salt, sesame seed, cinnamon, sugar, whatever you want. Season it with it. And then you're going to pop these in the oven for 15 minutes or until they're golden brown. Depending upon the size, they're going to cook differently. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this is what they look like. There's a bigger one that I did. So I did them in all different shapes and sizes. But these are the soft pretzels that I make, and hopefully you enjoy them.